Most e-commerce shipping advice works great until you add a second supplier. And that is where everything breaks, because the problem is not shipping rates, carriers, or even fulfillment speed. The real problem is that most e-commerce advice was never built for multi-supplier operations. So if you are selling from more than one supplier, warehouse, or distributor, the rules are completely different. In this video, I will explain how shipping and fulfillment actually work once you run a multi-supplier store. By the end, you will understand why most setups collapse at scale and what a modern operation actually needs to stay in control. And if you stick around to the end, I will show you what this looks like in the real world, inside a scaled e-commerce business. Let's jump in. Now, almost every shipping tutorial assumes one thing, that all orders ship from one place, one warehouse, one inventory source, one set of rules. That advice works perfectly if you are early or simple. But the moment you add another supplier, complexity does not double, it multiplies. Each supplier has different inventory accuracy, different lead times, different shipping costs, and different failure rates. Now, every order is a decision, not a task, and most teams are not set up to make those decisions automatically. To make this concrete, let me give you a simple scenario. This is not a rare edge case. This is what happens to most e-commerce brands once they add multiple suppliers and start scaling. Imagine an e-commerce brand that is doing everything right. Sales are growing, they added new suppliers, they expanded their catalog, and orders are coming in faster than ever. But then the problems start. Customers email asking where their order is. A marketplace flags late shipments, and cancellations start creeping up. So the team jumps to the obvious conclusion: shipping must be the problem. So they change carriers, they upgrade service levels, they pay more for faster delivery, and nothing improves. Because shipping was never the issue. Shipping is just the moment the problem becomes visible. The mistake already happened before the label was printed. Here is what should have been happening instead. Every order should pass through a single decision layer before anything ships. That layer exists to answer one question: where should this order be fulfilled from right now? The answer should not come from a person, it should come from rules. Those rules look at real-time inventory. They consider supplier reliability. They weigh shipping speed and cost. They account for margin and risk. And they include fallback options when the first choice fails. When this logic lives in one place, fulfillment becomes predictable. Orders route correctly. Exceptions drop and teams stop firefighting. Shipping becomes a simple output instead of a daily problem. But when this decision layer is missing, the business does not break all at once, it degrades. At first, it is small things. An order routes to a supplier that is technically in stock but slow. Another order goes to a supplier that has inventory on paper but not in reality. So naturally, someone steps in to fix it manually. But then it happens again and again. Over time, patterns form. Manual order checks become normal. Slack messages replace systems, and spreadsheets become the source of truth. What started as an exception becomes the workflow. And this is where scale starts to feel painful. Not because volume increased, but because every additional order increases the number of decisions humans have to make. Growth stops feeling like leverage and starts feeling like pressure. So what does this look like when it is done correctly? Not in theory, but in practice. Once you accept that shipping problems are really fulfillment decision problems, the solution becomes clearer. A modern multi-supplier operation is built around a system that owns those decisions. And the best system in the game to make these decisions is Flxpoint. Flxpoint acts as the fulfillment decision layer that sits between your suppliers, your inventory, and your sales channels. Instead of orders bouncing between spreadsheets, inboxes, and people, everything flows through one centralized brain. Flxpoint sees every supplier, every inventory source, every channel, and every order is evaluated against rules before anything ships. Those rules decide where an order should go based on availability, cost, speed, margin, and risk. And when the first option fails, fallback logic kicks in automatically. This is not theoretical. This is exactly how retailers like Rifle Supply scale their operations. Rifle Supply started with a manual backend and a limited catalog. As they expanded into drop shipping and distributor feeds, the cracks showed fast. Inventory updates were risky, routing decisions were manual, and scaling past a few thousand SKUs became painful. By centralizing their fulfillment logic inside Flxpoint, they changed how the business operated. Inventory from distributors flowed into one system, orders routed automatically to the right supplier, manual intervention dropped, and the team was able to scale to tens of thousands of products without buying inventory up front. Flxpoint did not make shipping faster by changing carriers. It made shipping reliable by making better fulfillment decisions upstream. That is the difference. When fulfillment logic lives in one place, shipping becomes predictable. Operations scale without adding headcount, and growth finally feels like leverage instead of pressure. Shipping issues are rarely shipping issues. They are fulfillment logic issues. If you are running a multi-supplier store and things feel harder than they should, it is usually not your team. It is the system. Fix the logic, and shipping fixes itself. If you are running a multi-supplier e-commerce operation and want to stop relying on spreadsheets, inbox rules, and manual work, this is exactly the type of problem Flxpoint was built to solve. You can learn more or get started using the first link in the description below. And if this video helped you think differently about shipping and fulfillment, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And if you want to keep learning, watch the next video on screen for more insights on scaling e-commerce without growing pains. See you in the next one.